join me, and you'll know strength beyond your wildest dreams. Humanity? Oh, who needs it when you can be so much more?
I can smell your fear.
Okay, I see you, Predecessor, stepping up in the world, gave us a brand new character and a return to legacy with Agora, the map from Paragon. You know, I don't think it can get any better than... Just... Damn it! Don't forget to like and subscribe for this and similar content. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trashboat the GOAT, back with some more Predecessor. And you know, we're getting up in there today. We're talking about the dev stream that they just did. It's really nice, really cool and everything. I wish they would have advertised it a little bit more. I caught it by surprise by, you know, just logging onto the game and seeing it in the bottom corner, but you know, to each his own, we'll figure that out one day. However, I am glad to say that they announced the new hero that's coming along with version 1.7. They also announced a couple of other things like legendary skins, more info about Agora, all that good stuff, and we'll get to that. But first, we're going to talk about Renna for a little bit. I like her. I like the aesthetic that she has, the red coat, the horns, all the stuff, the magic, and Sauron's eye back there, you know, it's just really cool. And the fact that she floats. They talked about her kit a lot. I didn't really go into that too much because I wanted everybody to be able to experience it for themselves. I didn't want to get nobody any wrong information. I just wanted to give you guys a look because they did this stream and not everybody knew about it. So with that being said, I like the fact that they put another caster in there because, you know, Gadget, Gideon, and all them, they're cool, but they got old. You know, you played the game for a long time and they didn't give you anybody else for mid lane, and it was cool. Zinx was a mid laner at one point in time. That was really cool, but you know, they changed her. That's another story. Anyways, her kit also is pretty nice. You know, she seems very mobile, very agile. Seems like she could do a lot of damage. She seems like a real setup character, somebody who's gonna have skill cap and a ceiling as well. But with that being said, it's just a nice new character, you know. It could have been something else, you know. I'm still waiting off for another melee hero, another tank, you know, maybe a dude ninja, or just like somebody with a sword that's not Quam. Who knows, but we'll get to that again. I think that she's not going to necessarily change the way the entire game is going to be played, but with as mobile as she is, especially with this legacy map coming, you know, I could definitely see her being a top pick for sure, just because of how she can get around and be everywhere, if you ask me. But, you know. Now, let's talk about Agora. Man, I love this map. I'm not gonna lie to you, yo. Paragon was a different beast, and the fact that they brought it back, it's cool, it's really nice, it's great, it's large, it looks like it used to. Just going through all these images, it's just a blast from the past. Now, there are going to be some key differences when it comes to this legacy and the old legacy. Travel mode, not a thing in this one. As much as they thought about it being a thing, what they said is that it was just a useless mechanic. It just caused a lot of issues, people died and everything. So unfortunately, we're not gonna get those animations back. Countess with the swords on her back running was kind of beastie, but you know, it's not coming back. Harvesters as well. I get it though, because nobody really wanted to sit there and waste all the time sitting there doing that. But it was real cool because as a jungler, Countess and Chimera and Crunch, when I played them, I found myself, sometimes not having nothing to do except wait. So I'd go check a harvester, build it up, get the amber, and then when the team was really out there killing, oh, it was great. Always to have, the more harvesters you had up, the better. It was just cool. But, when they switched to the gold system, things got different. Amber was no longer a thing. And then amber came back as a currency and then blah, blah, blah. So we're on the gold system now. It's pretty cool. They did say that they were going to have certain things like ways to traverse the map to make it a little bit easier and to compensate for the not having the travel mode. So I'm assuming what they said is jump pads and things like that. They didn't get into too specifics, but they did get into some things like the shadow pools. Those are back as well. Now, I remember being, a noob to this game and having my team just be like, come, and they all hopped up in this pool, and the other team was going for orb palm, and as soon as it was about to be over, we all jumped out the pool, and it was all wrapped from there. It was probably one of the funnest things I've ever experienced. So just to be able to do that, it's back. That's gonna be fun. Even though it's not gonna be the same game, I'm still very excited for it. Okay, so since we talked about Renna, we talked about Agora, let's go ahead and wrap things up with the other last changes that they did. They updated the UI. I definitely like it. From what it looks like, it looks way less cluttered, and it looks like I can actually get around and not press something and then end up on the other side of the screen. It was a mess. So the fact that they're doing something about it, making it look way better, making it look more, each patch that we've gotten so far has made the game look more professional, more real, more good. So it's always nice to see. And then finally, it's just adorable. Can't you see it? And it's for Iggy and Scorch. Now see, I was never a big fan of Iggy and Scorch. He just didn't resonate with me. I tried everybody at least twice, and I just couldn't make them work. Then they dropped this skin originally. I was like, yo, I want that skin so bad. It'll make me want to play Iggy. I never got that skin. So that's why I'm as excited as I am right now, because that skin is beastie, and I really like Iggy now because he's a fun character, and I slept on him because of the way he looks. I'm sorry, never gonna do that again. Never judge a book by its cover, because some of the best heroes in this game, the funnest ones to play with, you would not expect because of the way they look. Oh man. Oh, and just on a side note, they did go ahead and take ranked and turn it into 24/7 100% of the time now. So I might actually jump in there. One of the biggest issues I had with ranked when it first started was it was on a certain time limit. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have the time to play like that. I can't dedicate this time to this time to this time every single time to grind in a game that requires teammates. And especially as a random, it's like, I can't, But they did make it 24/7, so after this patch, or at the start of this patch, because it's been 24/7 for a minute, but at the start of this patch, it's always going to be there now, so you can grind out rank whenever. You don't have to stay in a certain time frame and everything. It's going to be pretty cool. With that being said, that was pretty much the stream. I didn't show the whole thing of the stream itself. That's just how it goes. I just wanted to go ahead and give you my take, some of the information. If you haven't seen it, I suggest join the Twitch channel, all that stuff, if you want to stay notified, or just hop on the game and look. That's how I find out. They'll get more and better at it as time goes, because they had a whole tournament too. I almost missed out on that if it wasn't for the game. It was pretty nice, it was a pretty big tournament too, so I liked it. Other than that, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you could, down in the comments, please, you saw me share a moment and Paragon maps and everything like that. If you have a favorite moment that you had that you really liked, or you're excited for, let me know in the comments, because at the end of the day, I'm just as excited as you are to play this. With that being said, it's your boy Trashboat the GOAT. You already know. Catch you next time.
Tell me, baby, do you wanna